Yellowstone is awakening. That headline is everywhere again. So here's the 10-second version. Yellowstone is active, monitored, and interesting, but a super eruption right now is extremely unlikely. Okay, let's unpack it fast. When people say supervolcano, they're talking about eruptions on the absolute top end of the scale. VEI 8 over 1,000 cubic kilometers of material. Yellowstone did that twice in the deep past, 2.1 million years ago, 640,000 years ago. It also had plenty of smaller eruptions, geysers, hot springs, and other hydrothermal features. The works. Now, the claim you heard, magma under Yellowstone is drifting northeast, and that means it's awakening. Here's the reality. The magma reservoir is huge and complex, with molten and partially molten rock. It moves, it circulates, and the ground above it subtly rises and falls over time. That's literally what the monitoring networks measure. Earthquakes ground deformation gas. Movement doesn't equal giant eruption loading. It equals the system is doing what active systems do. Could pressure build one day? Sure, over geologic timescales. But for an eruption to happen, a big chunk of that reservoir has to reach high melt fractions, pressures have to align, and we'd expect clear precursors. Sustained swarms tied to magma intrusion, accelerating ground uplift changes in gas like sulfur dioxide. The folks watching this daily, the USGS and Yellowstone Volcano Observatory, do not see those red flag patterns right now. What about the supervolcano awakening storyline that ropes in places like Nevada's McDermott caldera? Earthquake swarms happen in volcanic regions. They can be magma fluids or faults adjusting stress. One swarm does not mean super eruption pending, and linking separate systems into one doom clock is storytelling, not science. Here's a useful reset. Geological time is not human time. The gaps between Yellowstone's mega eruptions are hundreds of thousands to millions of years. Using those intervals like a train schedule is unreliable. Also, evidence suggests the hotspot has changed over time, and not in a way that screams imminent doomsday. So, what should you watch for? Official status changes from USGS YVO, multi-instrument signals lining up. Rapid deformation magma-type quakes, migrating upward gas increases. If those flip together, that's news. Until then, headlines cherry-picking magma drift are selling fear. Final take. Yellowstone is fascinating and very much alive. That's why it's monitored so closely. But awakening as in super eruption any day now? Not supported.